Tetris stinks. Enjoy the video. How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC discussion video. In today's video, we are actually going to be talking about who the final DLC characters are going to be on the first Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass. However, guys, as always, and I cannot stress this enough, just because we do have some evidence of these characters being in the game, that does not mean that any of the characters on this list are actually going to be making it in, so make sure you guys take it with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about this just for fun. Unfortunately, guys, I do not have a link to the original post, as all of these ideas are coming off the top of my head, so just watch the video for all the information you need on each of these characters. And now, guys, with all of that out of the way, I do have one thing to tell you before we get into this list, and that is that tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be doing the Lax Chris Strikes Back tournament against Ben the Nub, so make sure you guys are here on this channel 2 hours after this video goes live, so that we can finally take down Ben the Nub. And now, guys, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the characters who have a very strong chance of making it into the game. So, guys, the first character that I want to go ahead and talk about is Crash Bandicoot. Now, if you guys have been following this channel for a long time now, then you guys know that not only do I want to see Crash in Smash, but I also think that he has a very good chance of making it in. Not only is Crash Bandicoot an incredibly iconic character who comes from an incredibly iconic game franchise, but he is wanted by tons of Super Smash Bros. Fans. I mean, if we go ahead and take a look at fan ballots for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter ballot, we can actually see that Crash Bandicoot did very well on a ton of different lists. Not only that, guys, but if you didn't already know, Nintendo has actually been deleting a couple of songs off of YouTube for Crash Bandicoot. I don't remember exactly which song it was, but I do remember there was a ton of controversy over it. Not only that, guys, but he definitely has a chance because he has been heavily rumored for a very long time now. Now, if we take a look at characters like King K. Rool and Ridley and Banjo-Kazooie, all of those characters are characters that people have been very vocal about, and although people haven't been as vocal about Crash Bandicoot, I still believe that considering that Crash Bandicoot has such a great history with Nintendo, I mean, for those of you guys who didn't already know, Crash Bandicoot has just as many games on Nintendo platforms as he does on Sony platforms. He definitely has a very strong chance. The next character I want to go ahead and talk about is Doom Guy from the Doom franchise. Now, right away, guys, there is one thing I need to clear up because I always see this in my comment section. Yes, Doom Guy is from an M-rated game because there's a ton of blood, gore, and bad language in it. However, I do believe that if they make this character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Sakurai will find a way to work around this. I mean, obviously, we have characters like Solid Snake and Bayonetta who are both from M-rated games, so that shouldn't hold Doom Guy back at all. Also, guys, one of the biggest reasons I think that Doom Guy really has a strong chance of making it into the game is because Doom Guy is an incredibly iconic character as well. Now, if you guys didn't already know this, Doom is actually the father of the first-person shooter genre. Basically, Doom was the franchise and series that ended up popularizing the first-person shooter genre, and games like Halo and Call of Duty have taken a lot of inspiration from that, so being that iconic definitely means he has a chance. Not only that, guys, but Doom already has two games on the Switch, being both Doom and Doom Eternal, so he definitely has a strong chance of making it in as well. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about a character that I believe has a very strong chance of making it in. However, there is a ton of controversy surrounding him, being Gino. Now, Gino, besides Banjo-Kazooie and Ridley and King K. Rool, is probably the most wanted character by fans in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on the Fighters Pass. Now, there is a little bit of controversy once again surrounding him because we already got a character from Square Enix on the Fighters Pass, being the hero from Dragon Quest, so although there is really no unspoken rule or rule that says that, you know, we can't get two characters from one franchise or one company, I do believe that we probably won't be seeing him on this Fighters Pass just because once again we do already have the hero. However, there is a ton of evidence that supports him making it in. First of all, he has had 2 songs that have been deleted by Nintendo, which are Beware the Forest Mushrooms, and I don't remember the other one, but 2 of Gino's songs have been copyright claimed and deleted, meaning that Nintendo is taking those songs down. Also, another thing is he has a ton of people backing him. As we already know, guys, Nintendo has actually started listening to their fans in terms of new Super Smash Bros. Characters. We got Ridley, we got King K. Rool, and we even got Banjo-Kazooie, so I don't think that Gino at this point, like, especially because he's so popular, doesn't have a strong chance, especially because we want him. Now, also, we have to remember that a fan-made song was deleted by Nintendo, and that also happened to Banjo-Kazooie, and he just made it in. Also, he was always at polls as number 3 or number 2 from Melee to Smash 4, meaning that people really have wanted to see Gino in the game ever since Brawl. Another thing that we have to consider about Gino is that there is currently no Mii costume for Gino in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Everybody thought we were going to get the Gino Mii costume coming with the hero, however, since it didn't show up, a lot of people believe that at this point, that means that it's pointing towards Gino being a character in the game. The next character we have to go ahead and talk about is Monster Hunter. Now, obviously, there is also a lot of evidence supporting Monster Hunter, but I don't think he has as strong as a chance as Crash Bandicoot or Doom Guy. First of all, as you guys already know, we already have Monster Hunter content in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We have Rathalos as a boss in the game with no rep of Monster Hunter at all, which is definitely very strange. Not only that, guys, but we also have Monster Hunter spirits in the game. The only thing that we don't have is a stage with music, but if we do end up getting a Monster Hunter as a playable character, that would mean we would get stage and music, and it would just make a ton of sense. Not only that, guys, Monster Hunter is an incredibly popular and super successful series. As for those of you guys who didn't know, Monster Hunter World was actually nominated for Game of the Year in 2018. So, like, if they ended up doing, like, that well, that means that this game franchise is extremely popular and successful. Overall, guys, although Monster Hunter isn't the character I'd really like to see in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, you definitely can't say he doesn't have a chance. And now we get into the characters that personally I think are a little bit far-fetched, but still definitely have a chance. First of all, let's go ahead and talk about Waluigi. Now, yes, I understand that Waluigi is an assist trophy, and at this point in time, yeah, he definitely doesn't have a very strong chance of making it into the game because, once again, he is an assist trophy. However, guys, you have to remember that Nintendo listens to their fans. Think about it like this. Sakurai had stated before that he didn't want to add Ridley into the game because Ridley was just way too big and he didn't want to shrink him down. However, Sakurai and his team listened to the outcry for Ridley in the game and ended up adding him in anyways. Now, once again, although Sakurai may or may not like Waluigi as a character, one of the things that we need to realize is that Sakurai is not the person who's making the decisions on all these characters, but instead, Nintendo is. So if Nintendo thinks that Waluigi would make more money for the company than, let's say, Monster Hunter or some other character, of course they're going to end up adding Waluigi in, because Waluigi at the end of the day is going to make the company a lot of money because he is so wanted by characters. Waluigi at this point, especially after Banjo-Kazooie was released, is probably the most wanted character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Some people want him because of the meme, other people want him because they really love him, but overall, guys, you cannot deny how popular this character is at all, because this character is insanely popular. And finally, guys, the last character that I think has a chance of making it into the game is either Sans or some kind of other Undertale rep, most likely being Frisk. Now, one of the things that I need to go ahead and talk about this is that, yes, Undertale is an indie game franchise, and as of now, we do not have a single indie character in the game as a playable character. Yes, we have indie spirits such as Shantae, and we have Shovel Knight as an assist trophy, but we do not have a playable indie character. However, I do think that it would be the right decision to add in an indie character, especially one as iconic as one from Undertale. So now let's go ahead and talk about some evidence of Sans or some other Undertale character making it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, I think that the thing that is most important in terms of this is that Megalovania, a fan-made Megalovania song, has been deleted by Nintendo off of YouTube. Not only that, guys, Sans, as much as you guys may not like to admit it, is a character that lots of people actually really want to see in the game because Sans, similar to Waluigi, has actually reached meme status. You guys know the song Megalovania, you know, the one that goes da 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 da. That song has become so popular among fans and people who don't even know about video games that adding someone in that's that iconic would definitely make a ton of sense. Now, personally, guys, if we go ahead and look over this entire list, who do I believe are the characters that actually have a chance of making it in? Well, I think that the most likely out of all of these are definitely Crash Bandicoot and the Doomslayer, just because we've been hearing a lot about both of these characters recently, but at the same time, guys, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we did end up seeing Frisk. Once again, guys, Nintendo is definitely unpredictable whenever they add in a new character or anything else like that, so it could really be anyone. Maybe it's someone not even on this list. However, guys, let me know your thoughts about this list in the comments section down below. Which characters from this list do you believe has the best chance of making it into the game? And did I forget any characters that also have a very strong chance? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.